All right, we got Matthew 16, verse 20. I had to go back over this for somebody who didn't get it. Then he commanded his disciples to say they should tell no one that he was Jesus the Christ. I just got somebody who's commented on one of my videos that, oh, you can't call Jesus Christ. I'm like, what? And he kept on going about, he quoted this verse. I'm going, I didn't quote the verse. Sorry, he labeled the verse. He didn't quote it. I want to know what mistranslation he has, because this one does not say that Jesus is not the Christ. He says that they should tell no one that he was Jesus the Christ. It doesn't say that he's not Jesus the Christ. It doesn't say tell no one that he's not Jesus. It clearly says he was Jesus the Christ. I don't know how that person read that, misunderstood it so badly, and then read the rest of the Bible, if they even tried, because several times we have Christ Jesus in Hebrews, because people used to think Paul didn't write Hebrews. I don't know who wrote Hebrews. I don't think it was Paul, because he was called to the Gentiles, not to the Hebrews. But one of the things they said in my Bible class that I took back in the 90s was that one of the reasons they don't believe it's Paul is because he refers to it out of, I think Paul usually says Jesus Christ, and the person in Hebrews says Christ Jesus. Let's just go over there. Actually, I'm going to make a different video about that. This has got to be less than 3 minutes. But look it up. Jesus is Christ. He is the Mashiach, the Messiah. If you don't understand that, you're misreading it, or you're reading it out of a very corrupted translation. What religion is that person from is what I want to know, because clearly his mind has been corrupted. He couldn't be in that, like, come on. Even a baby can read that and figure out it's saying, don't tell people that he is what he is. The reason he didn't tell people, according to what I was taught back in the 90s, he was not ready to be the Messiah. He wasn't ready. It's just that they weren't ready. They weren't ready to understand yet that he was the Christ. His disciples could understand it, but most people couldn't. And if people got out that he was going to be, basically at that time, let me put it this way, the Romans would have been at his throat. The other people would have been basically arming up and getting ready for a war that they thought the Messiah was going to bring them into. This wasn't what Jesus came to earth for, but it's like trying to tell people that you're a celebrity, and people go, oh my gosh. It's like, no, not that kind of celebrity. It's hard to explain. I'll make a bigger video about it.